Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel. So I am once again still working on those paper pumpkin alternatives. This for September 2024. This is alternative video number 17, guys. Yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy. This is a good kit. Lovely kit. So let's take a look at those cards you could have made. Could have made 3 of this one, 3 of this one, and 3 of this one. On the back is that QR code that will lead you to a video that will show you how to put the cards together as they were designed. Right here are the 3 dies that went with July, August, and September's. This QR code will lead you on how to purchase those, a visual of everything in the kit and the coordinating colors. So I do have something I want to share with you, but let's get to the stamp set. So this is what our stamp set was: the branch, the 2 leaves, the shell, the slug. You put them together, you get a snail, of course. With thanks, sending autumn wishes your way, and thinking of you. I'm going to set that aside so I don't lose it, which is, you guys know, very possible. So, besides letting you know that videos 1 through 5, I show you everything in the kit. After that, we move on. So, you guys know that I purchased the Autumn Expression dies, and I wasn't purchasing the Autumn Expression stamp set. However, my Aunt Carol did. So I am borrowing this, and I have to show you. I will need that card, the flyer. So right here, your little log, right? Can you see this? This little piece right here. Let's see on the back. These little log rings, these little log circles. Guess what? Look at this. Look at that. So I wanted to show you some. I was playing with it. All right. Now these are on vanilla or cream, whatever you would like to call it. Now, you will see that some are just the same color, and I was messing around. This was just messing with the blender pen. This one was the colored pencils. Same here, but you see how I get this dark ring? Because if you look, I don't have one of those little, one of the little log rings, but I do have a full card base. So if you look at the log rings, you'll see that it is kind of filled in, right? It's not white, but you see that it has that darker ring for the bark. So I'm going to show you how I did this. I need a scrap piece of vanilla, just so if you run out of them like I did, I need a scrap piece. Just a scrap piece will do. That's too big of a... I know I had one. Come on. I just cut a piece off of it. That will do. That will do. All right. So let's show you what I was talking about. All right. Put that up there. So how to do some log rings with the Autumn Expressions kit. Because we are going to be using, we're not using any of the log rings today, but I will be bringing those. We're going to be using this die and, we're going to be using that die and May the Beauty of the Season Fill Your Heart with Joy. You'll see in a minute, but I want to show you these log rings because I think this is a great addition to the kit. And guys, I still have so much stuff left in this kit. Look at all my goodies. All my little goodies. All these sentiment strips, guys, those are going to be used for something else. I just can't bring myself for the white. Unless, of course, you know, I stamp it with something else. So, the log ring, right? So, you're going to need pecan pie or a crumb cake, something. And where is the pecan pie? It's buried, of course. We're going to be using Poppy Parade and crumb cake for this card. So let me grab the pecan pie. We're going to start with pecan pie. You're going to need a Q-tip. We're going to need that Q-tip, and you're going to need a Stampin' Write marker. So let me get my Q-tip out. It's not hard. So ink it up, right? Now you can lick it, stick it. I don't have any I have a glass of water, but I'm just going to lick the Q-tip. And I'm going to take it and I am going to wipe off that outer edge. If you get too close and you get some of those inner rings, heck, just re-stamp it up. It's not hard. So there's one. I ended up using both sides of the Q-tip for this. If you hear the that's Hank in the background playing. All right, so there's that. Then you take your Stampin' Write marker and you're just going to color, and try not to use the tip. Go along the edge of the marker and just ink up the ring. And then before you stamp it, breathe on it really heavy. Go so, right? And then stamp. You can hold it down for a second. I'm going to put the cap on the marker. I'm looking for the blender pen. Look at that. Ta-da! Now, if you think that your ring is not as dark as you like, you take your marker and you just come in and you go around it some more. Now, I will tell you, I wouldn't use a blend because a blend will bleed out a bit, or they tend to, meaning they're going to spread out their ink because it's alcohol. But a marker, this tends to do really well if you want it more striking. If you are going to do some blending with the blender pen, do that last. Okay, here's a really old blender pen. Yeah, I got some newer ones, but so take it and just start rubbing. If you want that colored area. I'm having to push hard because this is a really old blender pen. The newer ones work much better, but there you have a log ring. Now I'll die cut that later, but hopefully that inspires you. If you have this stamp set and dies, I'm going to stick that in with my kit. Close this up because we're not using it for this one. No, we are doing something else. So let's show you what we are using. So I'm just going to read. So we have a card base that is 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5 1/2. Layer number 1 is 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to stamp on this with a background stamp. If you don't, I'm using a really old one. I'm going to use a canvas. If you don't have, there's canvas, there's cheesecloth. If you don't have those, let me show you something else you can try. Okay. Let's take a little tissue here, right? Where's the crumb cake? Because that's the color I'm using. So, because I want to make like a background, right? No, that won't work. There's a rubber band technique too, where you take rubber bands and you lace them over a block, a whole bunch of rubber bands, like the ones you get like around old newspapers, you know, those plastic, not the ones hair bands, but the old style one that come like in the mail on things. Anyways, so this, let's try a tissue. If not, we'll try the tissue paper. This is an actual like Kleenex. Let's try. See that? Yes, this would make a good background. Let's see. I'm going to show you a couple of different ideas for backgrounds if you don't have a background stamp. Oh, that's cool. But I would mix it up, go different directions. Okay. I would probably stamp off and do that and move around, and you're going to get just texture on there, right? That's all you're looking forward to, is getting texture to get on the background of your 4x5 1/4. That's all. So another one, I have a couple different ideas for you guys today. All right. So another idea for a background is to take the leaves, stamp, cloth pad. Hopefully you guys have the newer pads, cloth pad, and do a background. I wouldn't stamp well, it's a cloth pad. Okay, just stamp a background. I would stamp off because we want it to be light. And I'm not using the Stampin' Pierce mat right now, or you would have a better stamping. It'd be more even. That's why the Stampin' Pierce mat is so great. But this is just an idea, right? Just rotate your stamp as you go. Right? So you're just trying to get a background. I'm just going to use a big background, but this would work. Actually, that would work really well. It's a small stamp. Okay. This stamp would work in here, right? This leaf would work really well as a background stamp. You could always do this one, which we have done. This would make a really pretty one. You could mix that in there, but I'm just going big. You could use the itty bitty backgrounds, or what else can I think of that you guys could use? Oh yes, of course. You guys have seen me do this a whole bunch of times. Take a embossing folder. Hold on. There's got to be one in here somewhere. Anyone really would work. Okay. Hold on. Reach it. Come on. This is the timber embossing folder. Right. You guys have seen me do this. Take it. We're not, you could emboss. I'm not embossing. I almost find this. Remember, if you're using a foam pad, the new pads, tap, 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 tap. I have an old cloth pad, so I can cheat. I can do that. Where are those little cards? Right? Put that in there. Rub-a-dub-dub. Or take a eraser. That would be really, look at how pretty that is. That is really pretty. That is really cool. Still, that's not what we're doing. It would really work. Now I got a whole bunch of stuff to clean off. Okay, so there gives you some ideas. Embossing folder, stamping, a tissue. You could do it with, you know, a piece of this. I lick this finger to pick it up and I use the other hand. Oh my goodness. So here's a little tissue. Oh, that would do really cute. Oh, this is cute. Okay, look at that. Okay, that's just giving it some, that's blue. I just tore that off my tissue paper from the kit. So, options, options, and options. All right, now let's get on with what else we're doing. All right, so that was layer number 1, 4x5 1/4. Then we are using the envelope flat. Now we are going to cut this to 1.5 by 5 1/4. And let's hope that I guessed right? So 1.5 right there. Oh, it might be bigger. That would be okay with me. 1 3/4. That would be okay with me. The bigger, the better. Okay. I don't know if it'll make 5 1/4 though. Will it? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, it's going to be... Oh, please. Oh, there's a little bit that's just there, but it's going to work. So it's going to be 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. So that's layer number 2, and that's our DSP layer from the envelope flap. Now, this is where we're using this die, and let me show you. I have a little tray here. So I ran it through in gold foil, right? And then let me show you. I went ahead and I fussy cut off these edges. So I already did 3 and I just lined it up. There you go. And I got a frame now without the little nubs on it. Then I ran it through. You can see I've got all little pieces in here. The inside bits are great too, but not for this. Then I ran it through in vanilla or cream, your choice, whatever color you have. I ran it through again because I needed this piece for it to sit inside the frame, because we're going to stamp whatever we stamp on layer number 1 is going to stamp on the inside of the frame as well. This can just go in with a bunch of those frames and set over there. So there's that. And then we're going to use 1 leaf, full leaf from the kit. It is actually getting in the frame as such. Then I used from Iconic Imagery Die set, not the stamp set, just the dies, this skinny sentiment set. Now, any skinny die that you have that's a sentiment die that will fit Sending Autumn Wishes Your Way, use it. This is going to be a little bigger than what I need, but I'm figuring I can make it work. I might be able to cut some of those leaves off and add a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something, but we're going to make this work. So that's where we're at with this card, and let's get it together. I need to put this away. All right. And I think we're ready. So we're going to get the background stamp that I just covered up. I told you guys I'm using the canvas, retired canvas from Stampin' Up. Long time retired, that is. All right. And we are going to bring it in here. Now, once again, I'm going to do the rub-a-dub-dub because I have an old foam cloth pad. If you have a foam pad, do the tap, tap, tap. I'm going to take off the ink first. Be nice if I had the little piece that, first I went 3 and 5 by 4 by 5 1/4. So I am going to take it off first because I don't want it dark. Then I'm going to put it back on. If I think it's too light, I can always turn it back over and add it again. Rub-a-dub-dub. Let's see. Just texture is all we're putting on there. That's all. That's all we were after. So now we have this one. We're going to do, we don't need to do up the whole thing. So you can see where it missed a little. Take it off. Oh, I think I should have made it bigger. And I just inked me up there. All right. Take it off. Put it down. There we go. All done with that. Give me a second and wipe off of my hands. I mean, there really isn't a whole lot to this. I'm thinking, you know what we're going to do? We're going to add some to this as well, to the envelope. The envelope flap. Can you guys hear TT DD is a snoring. Oh, it won't fit all the way on there. Dang it. Okay. It won't fit all the way on there. It's okay. We'll skip that. So now this is going to go just like that. I mean, simple, simple, simple. Except now the glue wasn't upside down like it should have been. We could come in and do some little dots in there. Do I not? Or not, because I can't see where the itty bitty background stamp went to. So we'll leave it. But you could. Oh, this one. Oh, I want it a little bit more over. Simple, simple, simple little card here. Then we are going to glue this. Oh, it's going to look great because we're going to have that nice creamy border on the side. So it'll go with that. So just meant to be. Maybe if we can get this out. Like she is really... Let's check to make sure the card opens the right way today. Oh, and I'm trying to open it and it opens, you know, okay, this way. Well, at least we know we're getting it on there the right way today. All right, we have this down. Now we have our frame, which you know what I could do to bump this up. I have so many of these gold pieces here. Let's find two that match. If I put them together like that, or even just this way, just to bump that up a little bit so it's raised up some, we are going to do that. And some of you are like, oh, no, no, no. Trust me. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Yes, because I have like a whole bunch of these. I die cut some for my aunt. And I have all these extra pieces and I don't need to keep like tons of these things. And they're the inside part of it. And I'd rather use them like this, and I can always die cut more. So you may not like doing this. This does not bother me one bit. So now, oops, let's grab another couple of pieces. You know, foil, kind of like vellum. A little difficult. Please, somebody comment that you can hear this little dog of mine. For a little dog, she sure can snore. But then so can I. So I guess we're a great pairing together. Okay, there we have it. So this now, I wonder... we are gluing this in the center. Let's glue this down. I'm sorry, she's making me crack up. She's like a little piggy over there. All right, this is going in the center. Okay, if you do not have this die, do not panic. Please do not panic. Do a rectangle. You can cut a rectangle of gold or even poppy parade. Crushed curry would be pretty. And then do another rectangle layer to sit inside of it. You could do a square. You could do an oval, would be just as pretty. Okay, don't panic about this particular die. Just don't let the shape of this die get to you. It's just something I had, something that is different that I finally get to use. My aunt borrowed it. I think she's going to borrow it again. I said, hey, can I borrow that and your stamp set? Can I borrow back my die set? She's like, of course. So she brought it over the other day. said, I have an idea. And this is that idea. So now this is simply going right back where it was die cut from. And I like the idea of bumping that up. I can see it's going to need a glue dot or something right in there. So let's get glue dots. The instruction sheet was on top of it. So here we go. Looks like I'm going to need a couple layers on this side for some reason. There's one down, and I'm starting on the wrong side. That's going to drive me nuts. I didn't think about it when I started pulling it out. And this side just is like, does not want to cooperate, but I'll fix it. I don't want it sticking up there. I'm going to check them all. I am. And it looks like I shouldn't worry about not using them because I'm going to be using those glue dots on that side now anyways. This one needs one in there. Got to lift it up and remove the backing. This corner's going to need one. I probably should have just used glue dots to begin with. Put them one in each corner and then I wouldn't have had a problem to begin with. Sometimes. And I didn't get it in there at all, did I? Sometimes I do things the most difficult way possible. Anybody else find they do that? You know, if there's a simple way to do it, I'll figure that out after the fact. And I'll be like, aha, there's like a light bulb going off in my head. Okay. Okay, where's my leaf? My leaf now is going to go right there. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm still fussing with that. I just can't help myself. Okay. I want the leaf just like that. I don't want it on dimensionals, but do I want to add a little bit? Look what I did. I stuck that down inside of it. I'm wondering if I add a little bit of gold behind it. A little bit wider. So 4 fingers. This is that embroidery thread. I'm wondering if we add this like so, give it a bit of a pinch. If I would like that. Oh, I do. I like that. And then we're going to have our sentiment going there. So let's take a pinch right where the leaf is going to be. Rub down, release the backing, and let's roll it up again, right? So 4 fingers, 2, 4. We don't, oh, it's going to twist all on its own for me. Thank you. That is so helpful. Just come over a little bit. Give it a little snip. That was helpful. And then this is going to get dimensionals. I bet you guys didn't think I was going to put any dimensionals on this. But I had planned on it. Actually, no. But I realize now I did. Psych! Oh, I'm in one of those moods. Okay, so playful mood that is. So we have that on there. That alone is really pretty, but I'm really hoping that this will do the trick. So I originally die cut this from a wee little scrap from the log piece. You know, let me show you. From this piece, right? So when I had fussy cut these pieces apart, I had this piece here left. Or somewhere in here. Well, this little die cut, it missed that little shape and I messed it up. So I thought, oh, it's okay. I'll just back it onto this. So that's what we're going to do. I show you it all. Every little thing I'm doing. Yes. Okay. We are going to stamp this in Poppy Parade. If I can locate where I stashed it. There it is. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? I can't believe I picked that up. I was like, oh, that is not going to stamp anything. And we are going to stamp this in the center. I didn't die cut an extra, so this is it. Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I've already got dimension. We're just going to put a couple of little something on there. We're going to find a... Oh, I know what I did. Well, besides dragging my thumb through it, I was trying to close it like an old pad. Give me a sec. Hand sanitizer to the rescue. I wonder what people think when they see me with ink all over my hands all the time. All right, sending autumn wishes your way. Glued onto this piece. And that is going to go like so. So this needs a dimensional over here, which we can use a partial one if I grab the right scissors. Make sure I get the right end. Let's just go ahead and do a glue dot on this end. Oh, how I wish I had gold. That is really pretty. Or bright Poppy Parade red. I don't have Poppy Parade, but I do have red. Even though these are what I pulled out. Okay, I kind of think I want some red. Red. No, that's not red. So those are kind of orange. Those might, let's see. I know these were from Phyllis because I split them. Those are kind of pretty, but I don't, that's not what I'm looking for. You know, sometimes when you see something and you have an idea in your head of what you're looking for, it's in the other container. I wish Stampin' Up! Would sell these little boxes again. They were so convenient. Or if I could find, if anybody knows where you can get little boxes like this. Is that too different? I mean, it has, we could just go with those. I like that. Okay. I learned that do not just pull the little plastic piece out because they all start popping off. But you can pull this out. I'm thinking that just that little bit of sparkle on there is going to be great. So let's see. We have 1, 2, I don't want any there now. I just want one here because it's nice and big. We're going to add one there. And one right there. I could do 2 more. 1, 2. I think we're going to stop with 3. My eye says 2 more, guys. Sorry. My eye says 2 more. And it says another large one. We want some with big sparkles. That is going to finish it. Doesn't let me know what you think. So those balance it. This one, and this one. That's perfect. Perfect. I like it. But let me know what you think, because I would like to know what you think. So thank you, Maureen. She sent me these. I don't think she could have known how much I liked these. I like them all, but oh, so cool. Okay, so now we're going to work on the inside, of course. And it's, oh, that really did come out nice, guys. It really did, didn't it? Okay, so what do we put on the inside? Did I get that far? I only know that I wanted to use this on the inside. And, this leaf from Autumn, what is that set called of my aunt's? Autumn Expressions. Really is similar to that one. I just don't want to color it. So what if I just did this leaf in, if I stamped it in Poppy Parade, I could blend it in. Okay, we're gonna, I don't think so. Isn't that nice? I said, oh, if we did it in this, we could blend it in. And then I say, oh, I don't think so. Yeah, but you could. So I'm giving you options, right? Not me. May the beauty of the season fill your heart with joy. A little higher up. Because you know what this is, don't you? Yes, you know what's coming next. Happy Thanksgiving. Of course. 2019 paper pumpkin. I mean, I wish they would have put with this set a Happy Thanksgiving. I would have bought it like that. I would have begged, borrowed, told my hubby, I need this, I need this, I need this. So I think we're just going to stamp this. No, that one doesn't go. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do this one in Poppy Parade. Because we just need a little something. I think I need to bring in crushed curry. All that, like, let's bring in a little pop of color with crushed curry. And yes, I'm going to stamp it off. And I don't have to look far for the ink pad because I haven't been putting them away with this set. I've just been keeping them out. So stamp off once. And then stamp here. And if I hadn't stamped it on top of like Cajun Craze, it might look better. So let's stamp it off again. And then stamp it. I don't know. Here. I'm going to stamp off again. And I'm going to stamp it up here, just the stem a bit. Okay, so this is the inside of our card. We could do thinking of you there, but I don't need to. But you could. But you could. So now let's flip that over because it's getting kind of icky. Now we're going to stamp some. And I'm just going to try to get it in here. We're going to stamp a few leaves. And we're going to just, I think we're just going to go up the side here. So stamping off inside the paper. And then go this way. And then just a wee bit. All right, so there's that. Now we're going to stamp in Poppy Parade. Thinking of you. Down here. We set that over there so I can clean it. And yes, we have to do the back side, or at least I have to do the back side. And then we're going to come in here. Once again, stamp off. And we're going to go there. I stamped it on top of one Another, so let's go there. Maybe we'll do across the envelope there. All right, so there's my envelope. Just simple, simple, simple. So I hope you guys like this card. I think it came out great. It's not too busy, but I don't know. I hope you guys like it. I think the gems are subtle enough. They're not distracting anyway. The leaf takes center stage, backing up what we did here. And that is all just the flap of the envelope, the inside. May the beauty of the season fill your heart with joy. Happy Thanksgiving. So thanks for watching, everybody. I really hope you like this one. Now, time to get Hank and go to football, right? So thanks for watching, everybody. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I know that I had mentioned to a few of you in the comment section that I wanted to tell you something really special about what happened a couple of nights ago at practice. So you all know that I mentioned that, you know, there was a bullying episode with Hank. You know, boys being boys, they just get out of hand. But he wanted to quit, and he was having a really hard time. So he took a little break. He went back. The coach gave his little talk, and he had a few nights, you know, but once he gets on the field, you know, he gets in the zone and I think he forgets about it. In fact, I know he does because he just tends to do it. But the other night, so they're running lines. They're going like to the 25-yard line, and they're running back, the 15 back, and so forth and so forth. And the coach is telling him, look, you know, if you guys don't give it all, and he's saying, Hank, if I don't see you giving it your all, and he's yelling at another kid, if I don't see you giving it your all, the whole team's doing down-ups, and down-ups are, you know, really hard, especially on the bigger kids like Hank. And so this last one, it was a run to they had already done back to the 5, and he was sending them back to do a whole nother set, and it was to the 10 and back. And when Hank came back to the 10, guys, he put his arms up in the air and fists out, and he was so proud of himself. And I thought, oh my gosh, thank you, because his confidence was back. It was, whether the coach knew it or not, by pushing him, knowing that he could do better, and Hank pushing himself, because if Hank didn't want to do better, you know, of course, Hank didn't want to do those down-ups. But he did it. He didn't finish last, and he pulled through at the last minute, and that was the best he had ever done. He was so proud of himself. I was proud of him. I wish, you know, if I had known, I would have captured that moment, because I would have loved to have replayed it, and I know I can replay it in my hands. And with everything that happened the prior week, I am so grateful. By the way, I'm grateful to all of you for your kind comments and your prayers for Hank, because kids are resilient. I think one other thing that really helped is Monday nights, his string is the only string that plays because they don't practice on Fridays. But this Monday night, for whatever reason, the lights on the football field would not come on, and they were playing in the dark. For any of you guys remember, I remember playing in the dark as a kid, you know, flashlight tag. We'd play all kinds of stuff in the dark in the summertime. But the lights didn't come on, so they were playing on the football field. There were lights in the stands to the left side of the field, but there weren't lights on the field, and the coaches had their cell phones with lights. And the coach, you know, the coach goes till 8 o'clock. You know, he was still pushing them. I think that helped Hank more than anything, because that was his first night back. I think that got him out of his head, out of what happened. It being I don't know why I kept saying, you know, if that's God's way, if that's the universe of helping him, making his first night back really different, creating something totally weird happening, because I think it really helped. So thank you all so very much, because wow, kids are resilient. They're amazing. Us adults, we hang on to things, and you know, and we don't let go as easily as kids do. I mean, we still get triggered just like Hank. I mean, I know that's what happened to him, but oh my gosh, to see him with his hands up in the air going like this, and just being proud of himself, knowing that that night at the when we got there, he didn't want to get out of the car. He did not want to go. And for that to have happened that night, I was just, my heart was overjoyed, just overjoyed. And I felt like I could breathe again going there. I felt like, okay, this is going to be okay. And you know, if he doesn't want to play football again next year, then he doesn't have to. But you know what? The love of the game was back in him after that. It was a big accomplishment for him. And I'll be there to support him next year if he wants to play. I will be right there with him. So thanks everybody for all you do for me, and for your wonderful, kind support of my little grandson. He means the world to me. And you know, like I told the coach, I don't think those kids intentionally tried to maliciously hurt him. I think it was boys being boys, and they get out of hand. But hurt him they did, and that was hard for him to see teammates do that to him, and they couldn't know how badly Hank has been bullied in the past. And but for whatever reason, we don't take that into practice anymore. We don't take the football onto the field during practice anymore either. His football stays at home. Not at home. It stays with me on the bleachers. So thanks for watching, everybody. I do gotta go. It's gonna be it's gonna be Hank. We got to run. So bye bye for now, everybody, and please come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye bye.